banking concept. So shout out to everybody out there, especially to my new friends in SubTo. Very recently, you've seen Pace talk to Brent Kessler, one of the mentors of mine who helped me start this journey. And I started being an infinite banking guy almost 9 years ago. I didn't learn creative and real estate in SubTo first. I actually learned the foundational tool for where to place your money before I got into the creative space. So I'm going to walk and talk you through it right here. A lot of people are reaching out to me, and we're having a lot of fun having those conversations. And a lot of folks need a little bit more coaching and tutelage. So I'm going to walk and talk you through everything right here. And this is an educational environment and opportunity for you to learn. Then get on my calendar for sure. We'll talk it through soon. So in the next 20, 30 minutes, you're going to actually get what you are looking for. The 3-cup setup right here on the table is going to help you out. Don't worry about this cup. This is one to just keep the whistle wet. And a shout out to my friends over here who are on TikTok. You can follow us on the Banking Bros at TikTok as well, and Instagram. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. And I'll tell you a little bit about my story and journey here, going from zero cash spender and a Dave Ramsey type guy and that type of thing to getting into the world of creative, right? Not just with real estate, but also with the better ways to get your money to grow and flow as well. So one of the things that we're going to do here in the 3-cup setup is I'm going to explain it visually from my computer first to help you guys understand the product and the process, and then the people involved with that. Those are kind of the 3 tiers. So let me get you in the game here by sharing on my screen what it is that you need to know so you can get your money to grow in cash flow. How about that? Here it comes, everybody. Okay, on our screen here, you probably are going to be seeing the 3-cup setup in its form and version from my slide deck. And this is going to help you understand how this thing is built. Okay, so the 3-cup setup is the place where you're going to learn where infinite banking comes from. Now, let's start out with your and my money. When dollars come in, we store them places, and we store them places just long enough for us to trade them for the stuff we really want and need. That might be clothes, that might be food or transportation, but money is just a means of exchange, and it gets us real wealth when it brings us more opportunity, buys us time, or it buys us great food or something like that, or things to impress our wives. Whatever it is for you, that's what money is there to do. So let's put it in some place that's really efficient to do so. And you wouldn't believe how under efficient that most of the places that we choose to put money is really super inefficient ways to put it and where to put it. So I want to remind you out there that when you want to protect something that's super valuable to you, when you want to protect it, you're going to make sure you offload that risk to someone else. And when you offload the risk to someone else, you buy something. If you want to offload the risk of losing your car, something pretty valuable to you, to someone else, what is it you buy? If you want to offload the risk of losing your favorite jewelry or your car or your house, your fire or flood, right? We want to protect against that. What is it we buy? The answer, of course, is insurance, okay? And when we put dollars into an insurance company's pocket, so they take on the risk, the thing that we bought, or the money that we give them is called premium. Let's put some premium in the game. That's cup 1, the red cup right here, okay? You can see it on the screen as well, or if you see me in the little corner spot here, I'm putting some dollars in cup number 1. That's the premium deposit cup. For most of you, you understand we're about to use this product for a process. We're going to be able to use money here for a second. So if we put some money somewhere where we're going to come back to it later, it's normally called a deposit. So let's put money in the premium deposit bucket. And if we give premium to an insurance company, it buys us something every single time. Watch this. It buys us peace of mind, a payout, pool of money, or a policy. Doesn't it? Every single time. That's going to be cup 3 right here. So I've got a big pool of the insurance company's money that is on standby for the loss of my item, the loss of my valuable property, car, phone, or fire insurance. Now, here's the difference between protecting among those three things is loss, and protecting among the other type of loss out there. Phone, fire, and car, when we give them money, it's going to buy us that payout, that peace of mind, and all that stuff, but only if there is a loss. Only if there's actually a loss. A tree falls down and actually hits your car, then you're going to get the payout. But there's a completely different thing in life. There will be a loss one day in life. So the type of insurance we're going to buy is not car insurance, phone insurance, or fire. The type of life insurance we're going to buy is going to be life insurance. Life insurance, and the type of life insurance is whole life insurance. The reason for whole life insurance here is because there's guaranteed to be a loss at some point. It might be tomorrow, might be when you're 75 or 100 or 105, but there will be a loss at some point. And whole life insurance is the product that's guaranteed to pay. Your dollars are now guaranteed to grow. Look at that. You've got a crazy return. Now, the problem is you'd be dead. Your friends, family, church, or charity will get what's in the blue cup because they're the beneficiary of your policy. You get to pick that, and whoever can come pick up their check. But there is an inevitable payout. Must happen. The insurance company knew that if you died the next day, they'd have to pay this out, and that's probably why they asked you a few questions about your height and weight and made you pee in a cup first. They don't want you to die tomorrow. They'd be out a lot of money. Everybody with me? Now, there's a cup in the middle here. The green cup is how much equity we have in what we've purchased. Cash value is the net amount of the gross benefit we can get to so far. Cash value is cup number 2. You guys with me? That's what's going on here in the 3-cup setup, as we call it. Your premium is buying a policy. Death benefit is that payout, and it must be paid. Because it's guaranteed and must pay out, there's an ever-increasing equity or growing pool of that money that is liquid, paid up, paid off, paid for. It's the equity. It's not too much different than your real estate, right? Here's the value of the entire piece of property. Here's how much we put down or how much we pay in premium monthly, or hopefully for most of us, our tenants or renters. They're paying this. And over time, we're paying off more and more of the total. And conventional payout would be 15 or 30 years. All of this is paid off. It's all paid up, and you're done paying in. You guys got it? Cash value is simply the part of the whole. When you die, not if, whatever is here is going to pay out. Cash value is just how much of it you could have gotten to yesterday before you died. Okay, so that is some of the basics of the product that we're going to use for the infinite banking concept. Okay, let's do it on the screen here. Let's put some money in the game. When we give an insurance company premiums, let's take a look at the screen. We're going to use that, the red cup. Money goes in. It buys death benefit, not drawn to scale. Cash value is just how much of it is liquid. Okay, that's what we see right here. And now let me tell you about the guarantees. The guarantees are the dollars you give the insurance company don't go down, don't go backward. They are not tied to the market. Praise God. Nothing is going to go wrong here because you have a 100-page guaranteed contract, unilateral, that the insurance company put together that says all the things they are on hook to do if you give them the premium. They have to do it for the rest of your whole life. Pun intended. You guys get it? They're guaranteed to grow. It must buy you a bigger pool, and cash flow is simply the net equity of the future death benefit. Now, eventually, we all know equity must hit the death benefit. It must reach that, so I've separated it out so you could see it in the second cup. The next thing you need to understand is that these dollars compound. Every dollar you give an insurance company's got to buy something, so they keep getting bigger. And these specially designed style of life insurance policies, also remember, the death benefit will be rising. And because the death benefit will be rising, there's going to be more and more cash value. Got it? Cash value is liquid, ready to go, ready to cash flow for you. And we're going to put it into a deal with Pace or somebody else in the student community for our real estate deals. These dollars are the insurance company's monies for us. We're the only ones who can get to it. It's got our name at the top of the paperwork, but this is their money. And our money is still here. Watch how much of my money, I got a Gator deal coming up. Watch how much of my money came out of the deal when I went to go put this into a deal with Pace or someone else. None of it. My money is still here, still compounding, still growing, still cash flowing. You got it out there? What's up, everybody from TikTok? Appreciate the follow out there. Click the link in the bio. Getting a cash consultant conversation. We got coaches like myself helping people get this process started in their life. How would you like to be able to place your money in a spot where it's guaranteed to grow in cash flow for the rest of your whole life? Pun intended. You could borrow against what it purchased, liquid cash, and your dollars still were in the game. Remember, income tax free. The growth, no matter how big it gets, because our dollars just keep compounding as we put the same premium in over and over. These dollars it buys keep getting larger. No new taxes. Read my lips. How many of y'all are old enough to remember that one? Okay, let's go. Let's move forward. Take a look back at my screen right here, and we'll flip over. Let's keep moving. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to take some money out of the game to put it into our next fix and flip, our next Gator deal, our next buy and hold. We're going to borrow OPM, other people's money, the insurance company's money, house money. We get to play with their money. It's going to come out in the form of a loan. Our money is still compounding with guarantees in the premium deposit, Cup 1. The money we borrowed temporarily, of course, lowers the death benefit. It's simply a part of the whole. We go put that money in a deal. Let's JV with another student out there. You got it? We hope that has a great return and the results are fabulous. That deal is the investment. But do you understand that that deal has an amount of risk? It has an amount of potentially waiting, maybe 30 days, maybe 30 years, depending on what type of deal you're doing, and hopefully a return. Hopefully. But that's the definition of an investment. Where we pulled the money from, the product we used to finance the deal, not an investment at all. This is where we pull the pool of funds from. It's just where we keep our dollars. It's a lot more efficient than Wells Fargo or Navy Federal, isn't it? We are going to use this as our banking system. We just became the bank while our dollars are still in the game doing good work for us out there. You got it? So here's what's going to happen. Over time, we're either going to get that lump sum return on our fix and flip or our Gator deal. It's going to come back to us, right? So let's take some money out. $50,000 comes out. We borrow it from the insurance company immediately. No questions asked. It's a collateralized loan. They owe us tons of money. They don't ask questions. We don't even have to pay it back. Crazy, but I think we should. Any good banker would only send out loans if they were going to come back. But we took these dollars out. Ours are still in the game. We're going to charge 10%. So we've got 50 goes out. And when that deal comes back, we are going to replenish the money we borrowed. We've got it again. It's liquid. And now we have somebody else's money. Maybe it was Pace's money. Now, where does this money go? We've replenished the pool of money that the insurance company allowed us to borrow. It's full. This is not where our money goes. This was their money. The interest goes here. And if dollars go here, doesn't it automatically buy more death benefit? Therefore, giving us more liquid cash immediately. Better, faster, stronger, lasting longer. That's what's happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember that we never have any leaky buckets in our system. There's no holes in our buckets, I guess is what I'm saying. Our original contributions or premiums never left. The money that we lent out to do the deal came back while our money was still compounding, and it came back with a bunch of interest, someone else's money, only making the pool bigger, better, faster, stronger, lasting longer. That right there is the 3-cup setup, and that visual should really help a lot of creatives out there with their understanding of where do we place our money? Where does our money go back to? Where is our money residing, and where is its home? Is its home in your pocket in a Folgers can? Is it at Bank of America, or is it inside whole life insurance from a 100-year-old mutual insurance company, A-rated, that pays dividends? Now, you notice I mentioned dividends in a mutual company. We're going to buy whole life insurance. It's guaranteed to grow in cash flow. Income tax free and always goes up forever. Secondarily, we're going to buy whole life insurance from that mutual company that pays dividends. Companies have profits at the end of the year, hopefully. Insurance companies sure do, because they sell a lot of term and car insurance, and you guys haven't crashed your cars more often than not. So they've got profits. And the profits from companies go to the shareholders, the stockholders, the owners. But mutual insurance doesn't have any stockholders. Who actually owns a mutual insurance company? Well, the policy owners. And people who have whole life insurance from them participate. That's a word that you might see in this realm a lot. They participate in the profits. And they're going to give me my dividend statement at the end of my annual or the beginning of my annual year, my renewal, and they say, hey, JDew, where do you want your part of our profits? You are a owner with us. You're a mutual holder of our growth and our profiteering. Where do you want your cut? Now, they could send it to your house. They could put it in an interest-bearing account. But if they give me that money, I'll be spending it. So I say, no. Why don't you just dump it right on top of my money? I heard you guys like money with your money, so that's what they're going to do if you want them to. If they put the dividend in there on top of your money, it's only going to buy more death benefit, cash flow faster for the rest of your whole life, pun intended. So we're going to utilize a mutual insurance company for this process as well. Let's go back to my screen if we can. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put loan repayments back in, as you can see, once we get that deal done. It's going to replenish our death benefit. All the while, our money in the red cup, cup one, was still working for us. And when we've repaid the loans, remember the interest and the dividends that are annually awarded by mutual companies that have profits, they are going to go right on top of premium deposit in cup one. Premium deposit buys more death benefit, therefore more liquid cash value. You guys with me? This system is all in one. It's a private system. Nobody can take it from you, most states. And it doesn't show up on any registry or anything like that. There's no taxes. Once you get dollars in there, this thing compounds, grows, and cash flows. It's been like that for 200 years. Every state, it's available. Everybody can do it. If you're old and ugly, you put in $5 here in cup one. They give you $50 over here in cup three. If you're young and beautiful, you put in $1, they give you $100. But we're here to talk about cash flow. So get started wherever you are in the spectrum. You pick the premiums. One of the guarantees is it's level, doesn't go up, doesn't rise. Cost of insurance does not fluctuate. Once you are committed with the insurance company on contract, you get to provide them the same amount of money, and they have to compound it over here forever. You got it? I hope you do. All right, let's go back. Remember, loan interest repayment in the 3-cup setup is visual because when we have on top of the loans being repaid, the interest or the charges we charged other people, they go here. It buys more death benefit. It cash flows more. And that cash value is always liquid, ready to roll. You got it? Ladies and gentlemen, that's really what's going up. Oh, there's my kids right there because I've got policies on each one of them. Don't you wish you and yours knew about this when you were kids and your parents had already started this stuff on you? So that's a little bit of an introduction to the infinite banking concept for my friends in SubTo. Would love to chat with you. And when you pick your numbers out there for premium, understand that the 3-cup setup is what's happening. It's always guaranteed to compound, grow, and cash flow. So the numbers you choose are up to you. And depending on how old you are, how ugly, fat, skinny, or whatever you are, is how much it'll buy. But we're here for cash flow. So the idea is let it compound for as much time as we have. Let's get started with this process yesterday. Because of this and the community of SubTo, about 15 months ago, I was able to introduce Pace and Jamil and some other great people in Greenville, South Carolina, where I live. And the real estate creatives of my community invited me to MC that gig. Justin Colby was there, if you know Justin Colby, some other great dudes. And what happened, Justin Colby was already doing this with us. My brother helped set him up and get his stuff going if you follow him out there. But what happened was I started to realize that these creatives needed money. And what did I have? An ever-increasing pool of cash flow to start giving these creatives so they could fix and flip or do whatever they were doing in the wholesale world, et cetera. And I started to realize the power of combining what you guys do and know with infinite banking, or a liquid pool of cash that's always going up that you can always get to and be able to do private deals with it. So that's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let your money sit around. We call it the save and spend system on purpose. Here at the Greater Money Multiplier Cash Compound Banking Bros kind of team, We're trying to help people save their money and spend someone else's. It's the save and spend system. Would love for you guys to work with us. Click the link in the bio, subscribe to our channel right here, and click that link. You'll get directly on my calendar. We'll walk and talk you through your questions so you can do this process for yourself and get your money growing for you. Peace, everybody, and talk to you very, very soon.